What life hack have you actually used? I once saw an LPT about squeegeeing water off of your body with your hands when you get out of the shower before grabbing your towel. Thought it was stupid until I tried it once just to be goofy. Now I can't dry off before I squeegee myself. Makes drying off so much easier. Always sit in the front row of classes to automatically gain higher grades. Worked like a dream. If someone knotted a plastic bag and you can't undo it, twist one of the loose ends up really tight and it'll slide straight through, undoing the knot with ease. The good old fake confidence until you have it life hack. Honestly, there is very little difference between pretending you're confident and actually being so, and then, after a while, you will forget that you were pretending at all. Cold water washes off semen quite effectively, warm water makes it more sticky. If someone is walking toward you and you'll run into each other, look to the side of them that you plan to go. They'll go the other way. Found it here a few weeks ago. Hasn't failed since. Turning all of my hangers around and at the end of 6 months, donating the clothes that were still hanging the wrong way. Fold a toilet paper. Place it on the drop zone to avoid Poseidon's kiss. Preparing for the next day the night before. I lay my clothes out. I set my coffee up. I get the dog's food ready for when I put him up the next day. I make sure either my wife and I are parked in the right order so cars don't have to be moved in the morning. On days where I actually plan ahead, mornings are a breeze. I wake up, jump in the shower, get out and get dressed, start my coffee and take the dog out. When I come back, my coffee is ready. I put the dog in his room and head out the door. I can do all of this in less than 20 minutes if I really needed to. I cut a hole out of the center of my pancakes, pour syrup in the middle, cut off pieces from the outside and dip them in the middle. Car needed a jump start but no neighbors available and I'm not a AAA member. Instead of calling tow truck or jump service, called Uber. Used the ride to get stepson to school. Then asked for a jump. $15 instead of $50 for a tow truck or jump service. Just used these two the other day. To fill a large bucket from the sink, you can use a dustpan or a water bottle with a hole cut out to control where the water flow goes. To soften butter to room temp quickly, fill a glass with hot water and let it sit a minute. Then dump the water out and place the glass upside down over the butter. Will soften in a minute or so. If talking to somebody who's hard of hearing, speak in a deeper voice instead of speaking louder. I use less than a record more than 867-5309 for any rewards program I don't have or want a card for. Works every time. I used Zipties to hold the shower curtain up the first 4 months of living on my own. Sticking the old sliver of soap to the new bar of soap. Wear gloves so I don't leave fingerprints. Lay things you're prone to forgetting on top of things you never leave without. For instance, at work I take my wallet out of my pocket and sometimes I forget it. But I started leaving it on top of my hat so I'll always remember it because I feel strange leaving without my hat. The one where you roll the top of your bag of chips in on itself so the bag becomes its own little chip stand. I shower to the beat of a 5-minute song. Verse 1 is lather up hair and beard. Verse 2 is lather up body. Verse 3 is rinse. Done. A package of 6 binder clips for $1.99 has taken care of all of my chip clip needs. I also use a bullet journal. Using a rubber band to help get out a stripped screw. Either the screw was too far gone or that life hack was total bullet. Didn't work. Oh, I have one for this. I saw LPT about swaying back and forth to help your poop come out and it really works and I always do it now. Not long back BuzzFeed posted up the best way to drink water. You take a jug of water, add some cut up lemons, mint and cucumber, then leave it in the fridge for a while to chill. I was interested and tried it out. It was disgusting. I didn't bother again. I have a foot of duct tape in my wallet at all times, and it's come in handy more than a few times. I just lay it out on wax paper, cut it, and fold it up. I actually brush my teeth in the shower and it's effective and time efficient. Buy a stick shift. Learn how to drive one if you can't. You have more power in smaller cars. You can roll start your car when your battery dies. And since most people only know how to drive automatic, it is a natural anti-theft device. Someone tried to steal my Toyota when I was in grad school, but they couldn't drive stick, so they abandoned it a few feet away. Still had a ripped out radio when they broke the ignition lock, but at least I still had the car. Stack clothes sideways and drawers so you can see what's there. Use a spaghetti noodle to light tall candles, general hard to light situations. Once I was trying to find parking for a graduation ceremony, and as I was about to give in and pay some ridiculous amount when I saw a mechanic shop. I paid $12 for a tire rotation and parking for the day. Use a carabiner to carry all the bags of groceries at once. Using a pen spring on my phone charger to keep it from breaking. Washed my toilet with Coca-Cola. Cut my pancakes with a pizza cutter. Eat a banana backwards. I do this if I can't open it. Today I blew inside my toothpaste tube and put it upside down. I read on here one time how to pour things in the dark. You put a finger just inside the rim of whatever container and wait for the liquid to hit your finger. Never turn on a light anymore, and always do it in the dark because it's easy. Deleted Facebook and hit the gym. Now I have free time to worry about gym hitting me back. I went into my Reddit settings and blocked the Donald from my feed. Best life hack ever. I news is news again. Laying down parchment paper when you're cooking. Maybe it's just me, but I like tossing the paper and having a nice clean countertop after. I tried the yeast and yogurt trick to survive a beer tasting event. Lots of samples. It's supposed to hold off even the buzz. It tastes awful. I almost threw up just from the first mouthful. I can't remember how effective it was though. When you switch out your summer winter clothes, take the time to turn all the hangers so the hook goes around the backside of the rod and the open part is facing you. Then once you've worn an item and are hang it so the open part is facing the other way. That way you'll know easily which clothing you didn't wear during a season and what to donate. Clean vases, teapots, mouth guards, retainers, toilet tanks, and jewelry with denture cleaning tablets. Tie a colorful ribbon on the handle of your luggage to make identifying it at baggage claim easier. Put your iPhone in a bowl or mug to amplify the sound if you don't have a speaker handy. Putting bottles cans in a mix of salt, water, and ice really does make them cool down faster and stay cold longer. Saran wrap under the lids of shampoo, lotion, etc. bottles when traveling. Keeps them from spilling if accidentally opened. Hand sanitizer can indeed get rid of Sharpie stains on your clothes. If you accidentally use permanent marker on your whiteboard, take your dry erase and draw over the permanent marker lines. It works like an eraser of permanent marker. This one has changed my life for the better. Sick of getting water up your butthole when taking a dump? Just out a few sheets of TP in the landing zone. Ever since I've done this, my butt's been as dry as the Sahara. When I'm at a stoplight, I don't look at the light itself, but somewhere near it, because our peripheral vision detects movement better than our primary vision does, and you're able to react faster to the light changing. I live in LA and they banned throwaway bags at grocery stores. Everyone must carry their own reusable bags. In order to not have to buy new bags every time you go, have one set of 4 or so in the car, and 1 or 2 bags hanging on the doorknob. During my PhD, I learned that if I was getting stuck on a problem for more than an hour, to stop and work on something else. So if I can't find the problem in my analysis, then I would go do some 3D design, respond to emails, proofread a document, anything really, provided it was still work, and not just resting. I found it way more effective. Then when I came back to the problem, I usually found it within 5 minutes. Trying to take a break when you feel as though you should be working was far more stressful than working towards getting something done. Also, if you spend all your days thinking, do some repetitive task in the evenings, cooking, drawing, anything to stop thinking of the problems during the day. A sharp knife when cooking also helps you focus on the task at hand. Haha. I don't know if this is a general life hack, but I heard that if you suspect you are being followed by foot, take an extra slow step and listen to see if there is a step in that absence. I did this at school and got the drop on my friend before he cream-peed me. When driving in heavy rain, Wear sunglasses. It allows you to see through the rain. It's nothing that amazing, but if I have some item I need to make sure I take with me to work the next day, I'll set my shoes by the front door and place the item on top of my shoes, so I can make sure I grab it as I walk out the door. Paper towel on a stripped screw works like a goddamn charm. Put a paper towel over the screw. Use screwdriver to push it into the screw. Turn really hard. Boom. Worked 100% of the time I've done it. I've used a few, but the one that I use all the time now is this. Whenever I get a cupcake, I break half of the cake part off and put it on top. I always loved cupcakes but hated getting my face so messy. This fixes it. Put a wooden spoon across the top of a pot to keep the water from boiling over. It still boiled over and just made the spoon very hot and wet. My preferred method remains keep an eye on the pot and turn the stove dial to a lower setting when there's stuff cooking. Works great. In my experience. Much better than spoons, salt, and olive oil. When you're lying in bed or are in a situation where you want to remember something for later that you're sure you'll forget, move some object out of its place and to where you'll see it the next morning later. It used to kill me that I seem to remember the important things at night. Push 2 inches under your belly button to keep from pooping yourself. If you live in a larger city near an airport and need to rent a car for a few days or more, rent one from the airport. You can typically get one for way less than locations in the city proper. Nick is the most egregious. A daily car rental in the city can cost $200. At the airport, you can get one for like $25 a day. The one where you make a fist, put the thumb side a few inches from your upper lip, and rapidly move the fist towards and away from you. This one bulked up my biceps. Instead of shaking a pen to get the last bits of ink out or scribbling on paper, scribble it on the bottom of your shoe. The rubber will draw the ink out immediately. Cutting bread upside down. Avoid squishing it. To undo a knot, twist one end and push it through. If the tiny clip that holds the lid of the battery compartment closed breaks, you can make a mold of the broken clip and the lid with clay, Play-Doh, silly putty, etc. Carefully take the broken clip piece out of mold and leave the lid piece in the mold. Next, fill the empty broken clip part of the mold with hot glue and let the hot glue connect to the lid. Run this under cold water or give the hot glue enough time to dry and voila, you have a function battery lid again. When buying something a cashier will ID you for, that is energy drinks, medicine, spray paint, use self-checkouts. The self-checkouts will only ID you for booze and tobacco products. I have been opening bananas from the arsehole for 3 years now because of life hack videos. Putting just 1 or 2 drops of oil when cooking rice or pasta almost completely eliminates the hazard of the water boiling over. Those moments of sudden alert when you hear the gurgling followed by a fiery hiss is but a memory. When you meet someone, repeat their names in conversation a couple of times to make sure you've got it. Similarly, if your friend has forgotten someone's name, use it in conversation. The most successful businessman I've ever known makes these things habit. He greets everyone by name because he knows and remembers their names. I am a woman and I have a lot of territory to shave every 2 days. I switched from using shaving cream to using a good hair conditioner. Shave and moisturize in one step. No more ingrown hairs. Wonderful. When you're going to give somebody a high five, look at their elbow. You'll never miss. If the string on your hoodie or pants disappear on one side, just use a pen to rethread it like a sewing needle. It's saved a few pairs of basketball shorts for me. In a new hire car and need to fuel up but not sure which side of the car the fuel cap is on, there is usually a triangle arrow shape next to the fuel gauge on the dash pointing to its location. Saw this LPT on here and have found it mega useful as I travel for work out and use hire cars regularly. Don't stick your D in crazy. After you've laundered your bed linen, fold the matching duvet cover, pillowcases and a sheet into the 4th pillowcase of the set. Then when you change your bed, you can take that one pillowcase set out and know that you've got an entire linen change in one place. It saves so much time and anger, for me at least. Forking Oreos to dunk them. Recently I realized I was dreaming, so I took a cue from people who lucid dream and started to have fun. It was awesome for about 2 minutes before I woke up. The bread bag tag on the bottom of a broken flip-flop. Great temporary fix until I was able to get a new pair. The only new and useful thing I've learned from the chemistry class I'm taking now is that, in lab, putting one of the glass stirring rods across the mouth of a beaker when pouring out the liquid inside it into another container will keep the liquid from running down the sides of the beaker. Instead it'll pour down the stirring rod, off the end and into the other container. So now at home when I'm pouring something that I'm worried about spilling, I just use the handle of a spoon or something to direct the flow. Rub some antiperspirant on a freshly shaved area to stop getting razor burn in sensitive places. Finding out this actually worked was like a revelation to me. I also use a plastic bottle to separate egg yolk from the whites. Fantastic since I'm bad at separating them any other way, but I have to if I want to eat eggs. Put a hard-boiled egg in a glass cup and shake it around kind of hard. The shell slips off so easy. In a pinch, creamy peanut butter makes for a solid shaving cream replacement. Read it on Lifehacker and pulled it one night when I needed to cut down the man hairs before a date. Hold the can opener sideways and cut the edge of the can, not the top. It makes it 100 times easier to get the damn lid off. It's nothing insane, but if you're ever gonna initiate anything scary with a member of the opposite sex, count down from 3 and do it. Talking to girls, going for the first hand hold, kissing, everything like that. Do it on 0. It works. I can fold the fitted sheet. Now those sheets wait for in THR laundry pile. Opening a remote controlled garage door from farther away by holding the remote control under my chin, pointing it up to my skull and pressing the button. Sounds like bullet, but it actually works. I flip the corner of the roll of tape when I'm done, so the next time I use it I can easily find the edge and pull a new piece. My office uses a Windows XP for legacy software and it stops responding often. My manager used to restart the system. I showed him how to kill Explorer eggs in the task manager and restart it, which solves the issue. Hate it or not, Windows XP made us better geeks. I have a pair of jeans where the zip will not stay up, so I use a ring from a key ring and loop it through the hole in the pull tab and then put the ring over the button. Once the button is done up you can't see the ring and my zip stays up all day long. Chewing gum to ease social anxiety. Separate an egg yolk by emptying a water bottle, squeezing it and placing it over the yolk, and letting go so it goes in the bottle. I store quarters and paper bills in a disused medicine bottles in my coin jar. It makes it easier to fish them out later. If you need someone to do you a favor, ask for more than you want, then tell them the truth, and the real favor will seem much easier to fulfill. Example, ask your roommate to walk the dog 3 times a day, then ask him for only once a day. He probably already started making a mental schedule before you asked the real favor. Also, placing a wooden spoon on top of a boiling pot of water to stop it from overflowing will absolutely not work. I've tried many times. Each time it failed. Avoiding the cashier closest to the beer at the liquor store. That line is always twice as long or more. If you have warm beer, wrap a wet paper towel around it and put it in the freezer for like 5 minutes. More of a pro tip, but if you want to get healthy, get a dog and take them with you when you exercise. There is no better jogging coach and they will never let you forget when it's time to exercise. I press 6-0 on the microwave instead of 1-0-0 to save a button press. I tried using my key for the quarter slot at Aldi. Did not work. My husband just laughed at me. He's the one who walked back to the car for the quarter. I was in my car while my dad drove. We went to Burger King but saw from outside the long ass queue, so decided to order drive-thru instead. We have given our order and was in line behind other cars. At the same time I saw there were a few tables available inside BK. I grabbed our food from the drive-thru counter and walked into the restaurant with my food to eat at the tables. You cut out a sliver of space in a cardboard TP roll and stick the speaker end of your phone in it to create a neat little portable speaker. The banana opening thing where you use your thumbnail to open it from the bottom instead of peeling from the top works pretty well. 90% of the time it's pretty much the same, but on the off chance that the banana's being difficult, the bottom is always easier. Saves me the annoyance of a mushed up banana top sometimes. Replace butter with mayo for toasted cheese. No more torn bread or other fuss. Post-it note to catch dust when drilling. If your laces come undone, often go the other way around the tree when tying. Shake garlic in a lidded pan and shake to peel. Start pasta in cold water and a shallow pan. 5 inches 1 cable. Calcium chloride drying chamber actually works. Rice does not. No need though. Binder clips to fix broken keyboard. I learned to all-hand squeegee in the army on a 6-week bivouac in my first year in. It works and it helps. Trust. When you're going for a high five, watch the other person's elbow, not hand. You will miss fewer high fives. The cheap plastic hangers you get from the store when you buy pants as potato chip clips is a good one. Pizza cutters are useless garbage. Use scissors. Keyring plus zipper head plus button on pants equals zipper never falls down when you fasten them all together. Adjusting my car side mirrors to eliminate blind spots. Watched a video of a guy making perfect sunny side up eggs every time. The trick was to cook the egg for like 30 seconds on the stove, then put it into a preheated oven to bake the rest. However, I learned the hard way that this will destroy the duck out of plastic pan handles. Honestly, just invest in a nose stick. The other method to tying your shoes. Wrapping the laces around your pointer and thumb opposite of each other and then grabbing the loose lace to pull through. Instant knot. Ask users for life hacks to have a list of hand-picked life hacks instead of browser life pro tips. Use nylon pantyhose to wipe deodorant marks off of clothes. Instant fix without using a wet washcloth. If you have a stuffed nose, you can use your tongue to hit the roof of your mouth to loosen the mucus. A few moments of relief and bliss. 2 things I've used the most. 1. Sprinkling sugar onto your peanut butter will stop it from sticking. 2. Wrapping a paper towel around a soda and putting it in a freezer will cool it way faster. Using a bra underwire to hack laundry machines. Didn't pay for laundry for years with one of those. If you show a gun to a cashier, you will get easy money. It works like a charm. Use scissors instead